Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill that is the Kauffie Company. It is Wednesday, the 9th of July, and it is a very temperate 24 degrees centigrade. And what does the feels like guy say? Because Brian is here, so we need to make sure that he's given the feels. It feels like 24 degrees, so he's taken the day off today. But we're joined by Brian here today. There is very little news to talk about football-wise, but there's loads of news outside of football that's quite interesting. We'll touch on it, but we won't because Brian's not interested in it. But what is the weather like where you are?
It's,
and what it feels like, guys say?
He's having a day off here today. It's 23 degrees and it's feeling like 23 degrees. Quite a poor day or easy day for Feels Like Guy today.
Indeed. But I want to, before we get to the people in the chat, because I've already got my coffee ready, probably should have gone for something cool, but I've gone for a hot one today because I've had 2 iced coffees today already. But thank you to Auntie Kate and for Uncle Jimbo to send in the redirect. It's greatly appreciated. But without further ado, let's see who's in the chat to take us through the show. We have the Spurs diehards. Adrian's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. We got Rinketics in the house. Good to see you, buddy. European champion. Good to see you, buddy. Rinketic is saying, RIP Red Bull Racing. Yes, this is because the news came in about an hour and a half ago that Christian Horner, the team principal and CEO of Red Bull Racing, has officially been sacked with immediate effect. Whatever happens with Red Bull is going to be a very interesting one now. Will another team give Christian Horner the job at one of their teams? But he's for 20 years in Formula One. He's won a few world titles and a few constructors. So we'll talk. We're not going to talk about it because Brian's not interested. So it's not fair on him. But I don't know. Let's see what happens with Red Bull. It's very interesting what they're going to do. Mark Taylor's in the house. Good to see a buddy. European champion. Jason Bell, YouTube member, European champion. Mr. Paddy's in the house. Good to see a European champion. Atavacron Wembley 1, European champion. Scott Colliver, European champion. Auntie Kate and Jimbo are here. Good to see European champions. We have Mark Taylor's in the house. I think I said. We had Drula Lars in the house, European champion, YouTube member. Hallelujah. European champion, YouTube member. Paul G, European champion. We are at 8 the Broadway, Woodford Green. IG80HL, 8 the Broadway, Woodford Green. And you can find us there. Find us behind the shops. And there is some news very, very soon about some new stuff coming out. We've got Inner Hype. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. European champion. Daniel 90, European champion. Shem Tang, YouTube member, European champion. Queen Ellie's in the house. Good to see you, Queen Ellie. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. And of course, you're met with Auntie Ellie from your wonderful niece. We have Angie Boy. Good to see you, buddy. Free time.
Back
to back. Second place finishes. Good to see you. Good to see you. Blue Jays winning streak hits 10. Dang. We have Stu Boy. Good to see you. European champion. Good to see you. YouTube member Fiona. Good to see you. Hopefully you're well. He is indeed. Christian Horner is indeed married to Jerry Halliwell.
Well, there you go.
He is indeed. And we have.
You learn something new every day. And I've just learned something.
Diego Sullivan, the Guardians of the Pumba. Good to see you. The Skip fan club. The Skip fan club is here. It was so funny in our WhatsApp group when people were going at James Flower for having a Richarlison on his goalkeeper shirt, and everyone was talking about how bad Richarlison was. And then Craig was just like in capital letters, "Richie slander on my phone."
Yeah, he won't accept it.
It was very funny. I laughed a lot. Craig is a laugh. He's a great laugh.
He is.
Always a pleasure. But what is everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing well. What do you want to talk about, Brian?
Well, can't really talk about transfers.
No.
Can't. We can all laugh at but when we're going to win the league and Champions League again.
We're winning the league this year, mate.
Mate, why is there to talk about? It's just the same old, same old. It's the same old, and I don't know why people are surprised. I don't mean the people in this chat. I don't know why people are wait till July comes. We're now at July the 9th, and all we've done is made unacceptable bids to a rival that despise us for one of their main assets, and they're getting. Who would have thought they're getting pissed off with the way we're handling things? Who would have thought it? I'm absolutely. It's blown my mind. I'm bamboozled by Levy's approach, and our other teams are strengthening, but don't worry, no one else is strengthening, so it doesn't matter because no one else is buying. It's fantastic. If you ever have a leaky roof, you can never fix it until someone else's roof is leaky, because then that's when you do it. You have to wait for others to have the same thing or do the same thing before you can do it.
Does that mean everyone in my area is getting air conditioning?
Maybe that's what they've been waiting for you to make a move.
I'm so excited. Knowing me, Aki, this is the problem. The moment we organise that next Monday I'm getting air conditioning fit into my shop, the whole of next week's going to be rainy. It's just typical.
Yeah,
it's
but
going to be typical.
You just bask in the knowledge that you've got it ready. But why Spurs are obviously paying a lot of Wimbledon fees this year, because every single person, including the previous manager, has been to Wimbledon this week. I would love to go. They all go. It's a day out, isn't it?
Yeah, you're not getting Rodrigo, Angus. But calm down, buddy. Calm down.
Vino's actually probably been told to look out for look at the ball boys and see if there's any football talent in them.
Yes,
that's what Vino's doing there.
It does sound like Romero is saying. It does sound like.
No, it doesn't. I'll tell you now. That has got last day of the window or last week of the window. He's off, written all over it. All over.
You think it's full Dimitar Berbatov?
Oh, completely, totally and utterly. It will be. I'm wearing that. I'm going to be wearing that for the first time, either when I'm going on We Are Sutton TV, or for the Super Cup. Is when I'm going to bust that bad boy out. But literally, honestly, I don't know if other people feel it. Romero has got, for me, going the final week of the window all day long. I want him to stay.
I never said that, by the way.
I want him to stay.
I never said this.
No, he never once said it.
I never said this. I said you wouldn't get Rodrigo because Arsenal are not spend. Angus, I love you, Angus, but I'm going to dig you out here because you're my mate, and I feel like mates have an obligation to dig out their mates. You're not spending 400 million this year. You've already spent 60 on Zubimendi. Then you're going to spend 63, is it, on Gyökeres? It's 63 on Gyökeres. And then it's going to be 68 on Eze. So that's 180 already.
1 sec, I've got to put sugar in my tea.
Then you're going to buy Rodrigo, who's going to be 90, 100 million. That's 300 already. You've bought in Norgard, that's 10. Where's all this money coming from? Where's all this money coming from? You ain't sold anyone yet. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. I'm sorry, Angie boy. You don't have 300 plus million to spend on players this year. It's just not happening. I think Rodrigo could go to PSG. I think Rodrigo could go to PSG. I think that sounds right. But Liverpool have only bought one player this year. They've only bought one player.
What are you talking about? Liverpool have only bought one player.
They've bought Florian Wirtz.
They bought Frimpong. They've bought they bought a few, buddy. They haven't just bought
Frimpong's 40 million, right?
Frimpong was 40. They've bought Wirtz. They've bought. Why am I forgetting the other players they've bought? They've bought others.
Who else have they bought? But Liverpool won the league last year.
They have bought others. Why am I forgetting who Liverpool have bought?
Who have Liverpool bought this year? They've bought.
They've done more than that. They've done more than I've just said. They have brought in
Madueke. Madueke's going to be 60 million, supposedly.
Why am I forgetting who Liverpool transfers?
No, Mamadashvili was already coming in, Stu boy. Mamadashvili. Kirkez was 30 million.
Yeah, that's the one. Kirkez, Frimpong, and Wirtz.
They've spent 200 million, which is about right.
And they're deep in talks with Guehi.
Okay, so 260 million. That's, you know what? You think, right? Those are deals, you think, okay. But Liverpool won the league last year. Arsenal didn't win anything last year and won anything for 3 years. Where's this money come from? I
will say, Ben, what you got to look at, and I'm going to stick up for Angus a bit here, they went and dropped 100 million on Declan Rice when they hadn't been in the Champions League for 6 years.
No, but that's one player, Aki.
Yeah, but they found £100 million.
That's and now player.
Yep, but Ben, they've now had Champions League consistently.
No, but to spend 400 million in one season,
that will be a push. That will be a push. They're not getting everyone. Angus believes they're getting everyone. I used to be like Angus, where
yes,
as soon as there was a link,
the thing. Yeah. Arsenal's revenue is less than ours.
Correct. But Arsenal will get another couple in. It's just who they get in.
Where's this money coming from?
Yeah. It's
Arsenal will sign a few players. I think Arsenal will get 4 players in. I think they'll get 4 really good players in. But to spend 400 million, I don't think that.
Who knows? Who knows if the Cronkies will actually? I'm going to say something that's quite weird to us.
The Cronkies have never done it. They're not going to just randomly do it. It's like Levy, Aki.
No.
Levy. We know that Levy's not going to... Whenever someone says, oh, we've got a £200 million war chest, and we laugh, because Levy's never spent that much money.
No, that's when they invested 150 and only spent 100 of it. But when Wenger out and the board out really took off, when they made the big changes, bringing Josh in and others, they did start investing. They have put money in, which is something quite.
They've put money in.
That's what I'm saying. They could pump some money in themselves. Which
this is correct. Daniel. This is correct. They can only spend 230 due to PSR.
Yeah. So if they get rid of player, listen, it's enough filth talk. Talk, and let's not talk about 230s and 400 million spend when currently we are haggling over 10 million on a transfer.
We've always done.
But this is the thing. We can go on about that lot not spending, whatever. But the thing is, when they spend, they bring in quality, and they are doing it. As are other teams. Look at Newcastle getting Elanga. They wanted him. Their first couple of approaches were rejected. They're like, right, we really want the player. Bang, wallop, there you go.
Elanga's a good player. I like Elanga.
He has a whole lot of speed to them.
Elanga's a good player.
And if Thingy is still there,
sign some fucking players for the Rapids. So my boy Leo can make some good YouTube content. If Cronkies.
If Isaac is still there under Elanga as well, and Harvey Barnes down the other side, or Gordon, Newcastle are a big threat again.
Big up, Mario. It's good to see you, buddy.
I wouldn't say, I don't know, Marius, it's a hard way. And I believe, Marius, you're off for military service today. So good luck to you, buddy, in Cyprus and everything you're doing. I wouldn't say it's stopped. Can you say it's stalled? Spurs are putting stupid bids and now West Ham are getting pissed off.
Leo cares about the Rapids. Leo cares about the Rapids because he supports them. Tut, 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 Angus. Tut, tut, tut. Good, my lovely Jessie's in the house. Good to see her, Jessie. Hopefully you are doing well. Good to see her. But Newcastle are going to be a solid team. They're going to have so much speed. And it's really weird because I think we're allowed one weird signing a year. My weird. Let's all allowed. What's everyone's weird signing that they would take? And I don't think this is a weird signing, but his injury record is hideous. I would take Callum Wilson at Spurs as a third choice.
I used to love him.
I'd take Callum Wilson as a third choice. We get another striker in. Sorry, Craig, because it looks like Richarlison's going. I think Richarlison will be gone. As a third choice, I'll take Callum Wilson as a third choice striker if he barely plays. I think he'd do a job for us in the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. I think he'd do a job.
I actually think Callum Wilson is a very good striker. Obviously not going to be, but like you said, as a bit part, maybe. I
wouldn't call John McGinn. John McGinn is quality, mate. Yeah. John McGinn is quality. He's an 8 out of 10. I would love to have John McGinn at Spurs.
Same. But Daniel's right. The only thing, like you said, is injuries. Mate, all the best, brother. All the best. Come back safely. And if you get to watch us abroad, we'll always give you a shout out when you're on time off, brothers. We always do.
Yeah, maybe. But who's everyone's weird signing they'd like to sign for their club?
Morgan Gibbs-White.
That's not a weird signing, Aki. I'm joking. John McGinn is, if he leaves Villa, he's going to a bigger club than Villa. He's a quality player. I think he should be playing for a top club.
Angus, I'm surprised Angus hasn't said he's coming to Arsenal.
I don't think John McGinn is taking a step down to go to the SPL. I'm sorry, Angus.
That's a good question you just asked. Do you know a player I'd love? Okay, gracious style, but I'd love, and I'm sure he's in Italy right now, but he is ex-Chelsea, but I fucking love him, and I think he's a top player when fit. I would take Ruben Loftus-Cheek.
Interesting.
I think he is a superb player. I absolutely love Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think he'd do an excellent job for us. Again, injuries with his back is an issue, but I think he's an exceptional player. I really do.
Hayden Bethnal Green, as I like to call him. Hayden Bethnal Green. I don't think that's a weird signing. I think he's a quality young player. I really like him.
Hayden Hackney, as much as we need experience, if there was to be another youngster and it was him, I'd have absolutely no problem with that if he was the only youngster coming in.
Also, James McAtee. I'd love to have James McAtee. What's his name? His name's James McAtee. Is it James? Yeah, it's James.
There's another guy at Man City. Is it O'Reilly?
O'Reilly's good as well.
He's the one from Man City I'd want. Whenever I've seen him, especially FA Cup against Bournemouth when he came on in the quarterfinals. Was it quarterfinals? Yeah. He was exceptional. I would take O'Reilly from.
Anderson's a good player. I like Anderson.
Anderson's a good shout, actually. It's a very good shout, Marius.
Nico O'Reilly. There's some good players playing. There's some really good players. Who's everyone's with? Harvey Elliott's a good player. I'd have Harvey Elliott.
Yeah, but I don't think that would be a weird signing. If we're talking about
it's not a weird signing.
That would be
that sums up Spurs to a T. Young player, English, loads of talent. I think he'd do well at Spurs.
Yeah.
Chris Riggs, interesting. I don't know the player. I need to watch more football. That's my new season. That's my new season resolution for Spurs. I want to watch more football this year. I want to watch much more football.
So you go to the away games.
I love the name of this player, Moise Bombito. That's a quality name of a footballer.
He's a young Canadian. I haven't even heard of him. Not that my extent of. Well, actually, no. Do you know what? I'm going to take my thing back. As well as Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I am going to chuck in who's back on fire at the moment. I want to bring in my boy Tajan Buchanan.
He's doing well at Inter, though, isn't he?
He went on loan to Villarreal. Last year. He did very, very well. And obviously, my love for Tajan Buchanan is very, very high.
See, this is a weird signing. Raul Jimenez. Load the box with crosses if you're losing and get that. Yeah.
Would he want
That's
to
a
lose
weird
Fulham, though,
signing.
Rob? Would he want to lose Fulham, where his first team to play or try and force his way, or Oscar Bob? That would be a great signing.
Boniface is a good player. I like Boniface.
Oh, great.
It has been. It was Sissoko won last time. Bring him home.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
Is he still at Watford?
He's still
Or
at
he
Watford,
retired?
yeah.
Okay.
He's still at Watford. Would you take Tyler? I think he's a decent player. I don't want him. He's a decent player.
Do you know what, Maris? This is the one you watch how quickly this will ramp up. Actually, you know what, Spurs fans were saying this before the season even finished. You know what's going to happen. We'll be linked with everyone, and we'll end up with Tyler Diblin.
Diblin.
It's so going to happen. It's so going to happen. It's written in the stars. It's written in the stars, and that's going to happen. Listen, will he be a good player in a few years? Probably. But for now, do you know what? If it was to sign him now and send him back on loan to Southampton for a year or whatever, so the signing's done, yeah, okay. Yeah. But don't let that take away what you need for this season. But yeah, Tyler Diblin, for this is where we are right now. This is where we are. Remember, people, failure isn't an option. Champions League and Premier League.
I like that Angus is saying that he's saying that Arsenal were going to sign Rodrigo, but Liverpool, who are not just a bigger club than Arsenal, are gargantuan. They are a gargantuan. If Liverpool wanted Rodrigo and they bid for him and Arsenal bid as well, he's going to bloody Liverpool. Let's face it, they are the biggest club in England now. I believe they're the biggest club in England. We can have this argument. We can have this argument. I think Liverpool are now a bigger club than Man United because they've not only got the 20 league titles, they've also got the 7 Champions Leagues. They are a bigger club than Man United now. Historically, as a football club, we can still have this argument. You could probably say Man United are a bigger fan base worldwide. If Liverpool wanted Rodrigo, he's going to Liverpool. Sorry, Angus. They are the most successful football team in English football, and they just won the league.
Yep. Good time. Good time.
Yamal is quality. He's not leaving Barca, though. Moussa Dembele again, please.
Yeah.
Is it 6? Oh, it's 6 Champions Leagues. I've blonked it out of my mind because that 6th one was against us. That was the worst day of my life, that was. If he wants to... most successful ever team and in Europe as well. Yeah, biggest team in England.
Correct.
No, Liverpool are the biggest team in England. If they want him, they will get him. Yep.
Angus, you can't say usually saying that because you don't want us to get better. You're in a Spurs YouTube channel. It's not.
Who's a bigger club? Who's a bigger club? Arsenal or Liverpool? Liverpool every single day of the week, 5 times on Saturday, 7 times on Sunday, and Biffy Boppity Boo. Big up, David.
Good and well, buddy. We need to catch up. We'll have a WhatsApp conversation tomorrow or today or tomorrow, brother. That's for sure. I hope you are well, buddy. I hope you
see you, Mr. Shire. Hopefully you're well, Cobber.
Always a pleasure to see him. But yeah, Angus, it's not exactly the point. You can't keep thinking that every player. I used to listen, Angus. I used to be this with Spurs. As soon as I heard Spurs were interested in a player when I was younger, it was like, oh yeah, Spurs are going to get him. Spurs are the best team in the world. Spurs are going to get him. Spurs are going to. No. It don't work that time. You probably are the 3rd biggest team in England. You probably are. But the gulf between you and the other 2 is massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
Absolutely massive.
Liverpool, one of the 5 biggest clubs globally. The 5 biggest clubs globally now are Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, Bayern Munich, and AC Milan, I would say. AC Milan are still probably, because of the amount of trophies they've got, AC Milan are probably considered one of the big elite football clubs. They're not that much of a pool now, but as an elite institution, they are enormous. They are absolutely enormous, AC Milan. We got Graham's in the house. The name of Graham. Name of Graham.
Big up.
I wouldn't call them elite anymore, but in terms of what they've won, I would still put them up there because of how much they've won. Because of how much they've won. Man United are they've dropped down now.
Oh, they've still dropped
down.
They're mate.
They're an elite football club, massively globally.
They're still the biggest club in the world. Maybe not trophy
fan base. Maybe as a fan base,
they are the biggest club in the world. They are the biggest. Not. I'm not talking about domestic achievements or Europe.
I mean, not the most successful.
Worldwide reach.
They are fan base.
Worldwide reach. They are the biggest club in the world. Period. They are a machine.
Bigger than Real Madrid?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
For me, yeah, they are. When you're talking about on the pitch, Real Madrid, Manchester United are absolutely. Like you said, you look at it. You look at it here where I'm international. Yes, there's going to be Real Madrid fans here, whatever. It's Manchester United. Manchester United, all around the world, wherever you go,
gargantuan football club.
They are just massive. They are massive. Big up to the married man.
Indeed, Mazel Tov, Simon Tov, and Mazel Tov. I'm not doing the entire song. I'm not doing David Melech Israel. I'm not doing it. I've got no one to bring up on it. I can lift the chair. Can I get a thing that looks like Ian and then put it on the chair? Lift the chair.
Exactly.
Let's lift the chair. I can't. But Mazel Tov, Ian. Everyone wish Ian a Mazel Tov, congratulations, and his, of course. But his wife is not here. She should be watching. She
should be watching with him. Right? If they're both about to on a flight,
everyone wish.
Unless Ian is getting on that flight, his honeymoon by himself, I would imagine she can see what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe, but only it depends. Like Liverpool are a bigger club for me, but maybe they are. Yeah, he did. It's crazy. It's crazy how much.
So did Ronaldo. They've always.
It's crazy how much pull David Beckham has because they're signing Rodrigo de Paul into Miami.
I think you should say Sir David Beckham.
Sir David Beckham, of course. Sir David Beckham. I think that's a great signing for into Miami, Rodrigo de Paul. I don't know. I don't know how. Hopefully, they bloody win something because the amount of players they've got. It's just Messi's friend. It's Messi and friends. They should call into Miami Messi and friends.
Oh wait a minute! What's Ornstein just tweeted?
Apparently, he's tweeted about Arsenal getting Maddie Becky.
That's what I'm just about to check. Here we go. David Ornstein.
How do you fit? I don't know.
6 minutes to go. Arsenal made contact with Chelsea over move for Noni Madueke. Clubs now in talks after 23-year-old Chelsea winger agreed personal terms on a proposed 5-year contract. No deal yet, but England International is prioritising Arsenal move above any other interested sides. All I will say with this is you watch. Madueke has said he's not going to speak to any other teams because he only wants Chelsea, Arsenal. You watch this deal now move swiftly. Now that they've started talking, you watch this deal. Yes, what do you want, Chelsea? Okay.
Now we've got the breaking news. We've got a Guna breaking news.
We've got. Here we go. But this is what happens now.
Madueke, you happy?
He's got the memo. I can see the green.
Let's just have a look. So this was tweeted around 2:30 in the afternoon your time. Let's see how quickly this moves now. To a here we go. And that's how you do a deal when someone's prioritising you. Yeah, we twiddle our thumbs. This will be the third day of radio silence on. This will be the third day of radio silence on Kudus. And it's the way to do things, Vinny. Just go make silly bids really below the market value and the clubs, and just piss them off for a bit. It's the way to do business, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I'm just seeing who you. Nobody. Oh, Danso,
Yeah.
Danso was an obligation. Obligation.
Yeah.
Matisse Tell was pretty much set in stone, and obviously Harry Kane debt money. So that wiped that off.
And who's the last one?
Kauffie Company, my guy.
Signed a $5 million.
Kauffie Company.
We signed a £5 million Japanese centre back.
I think that's brilliant.
My guy, Kota Takai.
Mate, listen, he could be a very good player, but it's not. Well, when Spurs are needed to make major strides and go Champions League ready, and a certain person says failure isn't an option, we want the Premier League and the Champions League. Nothing says more. Oh, wait a minute, Craig just said there's a Craig. Who's tweeted it?
Afternoon, all. Nacho Slayer. Good
Craig,
to see you.
What's
Salted pretzel. Vista Bomber. Craig O'Sullivan, the ITK is here.
Let's have a look. I'm waiting for Craig to WhatsApp it to me.
Lubed by Levy is here. Good to see you. Good to see you. What we need to do now.
Oh, 33 seconds ago from Sammy Mockbell, I think Craig's just sent it to me.
Oh.
1 second. Let's have a look. Let's have a looky look.
Drum roll.
So he hasn't WhatsApp. Wait a minute. He may have just now. They think it's all over. No, but now I will say I can see it from Sammy Mockbell. Tottenham are moving for Yona Wissa.
Yeah, that's quality.
Whoa. Let me finish. Here you go. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Player is open to a move, and then the best sentence of the lot, people.
Yeah.
Spurs are weighing up the financials of the deal. Game over.
Not happening.
That was nice.
Next.
It wasn't a bomber. It was a sparkler. It was in the grand scheme of things that ignite. It's a sparkler. Spurs
I'd love to have
are weighing up.
Vissa, that's right up my street.
Spurs are weighing up the financials.
Considering FC. That's a new buzzword bingo, by the way, for Friday.
Mate,
weighing up the financials.
Mate, it's Spurs are weighing up financial. Oh, dearie me. Dearie me.
I like that one.
So if he's gone,
Bomber.
so if he's, does that mean is that a kudos and it's a double? Is that we're dropping, even though they're different positions, because apparently we can't juggle two transfers at once. Who knows? But Spurs are weighing up the financials.
Just watching the.
Is there a more Spursy line than that? Spurs are weighing up financials.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah, if that's a player we got try and sign, Daigle, I'm very happy with Vissa. I'm very happy with a player like Wissa.
Oh, mate, honestly, he would absolutely praise the club. If we get that over the line, it's a great buy. It will be an absolute great buy. But we're going to have to see what happens. But here we go. Here we go. Let's pluck another name up.
Okay.
And we'll see. We'll see. Would people in the chat, would you be happy with Vissa? Yes or no?
Yes, he is. Well done to Vinny for sticking with the no red zone. Well played to you.
See, Vinny's more dedicated to this than you were.
Yeah. They're on my head.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of yeses.
Vissa and Kudos would be great business, and the CDM, yes, I'd be very happy. Martinelli should go to Bayern, maybe, if they're interested. But it's also rumoured that Bayern Munich are very interested in Eberechi Eze, and they're hoping that Michael Elise can convince him to reunite the dynamic duo.
Mate, not the dynamic duo. Can you imagine Elise, Eze, and Kane?
That would be monstrous.
Jesus Christ.
I'd be a massive fan of that deal. Massive fan of that deal.
Yep. Same here.
Welcome to Spurs. Yeah, we just never learn. We never learn, do we?
Well, you'd really hope so, wouldn't you? You'd really, really hope so. You'd really, really hope so that they could do this. Let's see what happens with it. Let's see what happens with it.
I'm not bringing that comment up on my screen. That is brilliant.
Well, put it this way. Me and Danny Kiriakou were thinking about getting on Joe's boat, so we're not far away. We're not far away. We're thinking of doing like an Under Siege movie where we just take Joe.
Danny's top knot would get stuck in the propeller.
Well, first of all, Danny would need to arrive on time.
Yes, as well.
By the time he actually joined me, the boat will be out to sea.
Yes.
And we need a big boat.
It can't because his boat is grounded. His boat is grounded from leaving the coast because of his sentence.
Well, there you go. So you just made it more easier for me.
I did make it easier for you.
Played.
Yeah. Insider trading is illegal, everyone. Just remind people.
Who'd have thought it? But let's see. Let's see if Wissa has some legs to it. I was hoping
for Jizz Hornkamp. Yes. The player I want us to sign the under-21 German player, Vanka. Because I'd be hilarious. Imagine we signed Vanka. It'd be brilliant. The amount of players that would get his name on the back of the people that would get his name on the back, it would be hilarious. We would sell so many shirts. Indeed, Adrian. Only 9. What was the score in the game last night, by the way?
What
was the score?
Not a clue against Bromley, not a clue.
I don't believe transfer news anymore, especially Tottenham news.
Yep.
I don't either.
Yep. Mate, I have to say, if we beat Bromley 5-2, it was 5-2 to Bromley.
Oh, we lost to Bromley 5-2. Great.
Okay, well, mate, listen, it's the first game of the season, blah, blah, blah. All I will say is, obviously, I shared it in the WhatsApp group. In that 1 kilometre run, George Abbott first.
Yep.
Solanke second.
He's a bit of a unit, isn't he, George Abbott?
Solanke second. Solanke second. Jamie Donnelly third. Alfie fourth. And I can't remember who was fifth. But the top 4 in that run was 3 youngsters.
Spurs were fifth.
Yeah. Apparently we are, Leo, but we're linked.
According to Sammy Mockbell, we have been linked to this.
Leo, I'll put your response into your immediate response to what I'm about to say. The final line of this was Spurs are weighing up the financials. So if that doesn't say to you, okay, that was a nice link, on to the next one, then I don't know what does. Is there anything more?
It's like these social media guys understand engagement. If they know they can get engagement by just putting Tottenham on there, and they get the amount of engagement you get. They're farming engagement.
Yep.
Apparently, Spence is quicker than Van der Ven.
No. So there was I saw this. There was I can't remember what 2 players it was. Oh, it was Mikey Moore and Dane Scarlett. They did it was actually a good watch. Actually, they did an interview day where it was all kids asking them interviews in the press conference room. And one of the kids said, "Who's the fastest in the Spurs team?" Then obviously they said Mickey. But then when they said after Mickey, the kid, both of them turned around and said, Jed Spence is a lot quicker than you think and probably closer to Mickey than anyone else. So they said, both of them said they'd give him a race for his money, but I don't. Maybe he does. We just haven't seen it, have we? Like Mickey, you've seen where when Jed has lost the ball or needs to get back defending, we haven't seen that shot.
Jed is such a good defender, though. He's always in the right place, though. I think Jed, if he is coached, if he is coached, I think he can be a superb defender.
He was when he first came in, he was outstanding. He was absolutely outstanding. But near the end of the season, he was getting caught out of position quite a few times and doing too much. But obviously, there's a great player in him that, like you said, just needs coaching. That right wing back
Yeah.
slot with him and Porro is proper competition.
Yeah, I like it. And speaking of coaching, Aki, we saw that video that Spurs released yesterday of the first coaching session.
That was 2 days ago. They did the yesterday. Yesterday was the interview with Frank and
yeah, it was. My apologies. I loved that video. It was so great to watch coaching. Justin, I really, from just listening to him, because Justin Cochran has got the job of being the attacking coach, and then Matt Wells, the defensive coach. I like that they've got a role. They've got specific roles already. I loved listening to Justin Cochran already talking, because with someone like me, I love it being explained to why and how. And I love him explaining why we do things. We do this because of this, which leads to this. I love a bit of coaching. Coaching is so good. And I think Justin Cochran's going to be, I think he's going to be vital as the assistant manager this season. I'm really liking what I'm hearing from him already.
Oh, big time. And I actually loved... Craig's just sent me a picture. Oh my God, that's brilliant, Craig. You just need to change that ball from red and white to blue and white, and then it's it's a brilliant. Oh, that's quality.
What is that?
Oh, okay, I'll share it. So obviously, weighing up the financials. I'm going to share this. Craig has just sent me. 1 second.
Let's see it.
1 second. There you go. That's brilliant. That is brilliance from Craig. That is sheer brilliance from my brother Craig. But what was it? Yeah, no, honestly, I even loved the chat with Thomas Frank and Lang. I
enjoyed it.
It was brilliant. Listen, people know my Frank love. It's unparalleled to anyone. He is going to do wonders for us, and let's just hope the players come in. But you can see there's a clear path of what's going on. You can, and listen, it's only just the beginning. He's still got to get his feet under the table. I must say, did all of us Spurs fans see the utter horror and disdain, and they didn't want to play for the manager, and they're all going to throw their toys out the pram, and they're all going to want to leave. They all look more than happy.
Ooh, apparently Leon have been saved.
Oh, bloody hell.
Leon has been saved. Let's have a look.
Let's check Fabrizio. Yep, he's just tweeted literally a minute ago. Olympic Lyon will not be relegated to League Two and the club will stay in League One. The decision has been confirmed.
So that's good that because apparently they were doing some weird things with that other club, Botafogo, the Brazilian team. Apparently they were giving them loads and loads of money. So there's a bit of a weird one. It's good that Crystal Palace have pushed out Textor because I think Textor has been doing some weird things, and this is why I hate multi-club ownership. I think multi-club ownership needs to go. I think you should only be able to own one football club. I don't like it. It's corruption. I don't know. PSG paid their debts. But yes, apparently they had a deal structured for a player they bought, and they just paid all the money up front. So fair play to them. But of course, PSG can afford to do that, can't they? So yeah, it's good for Lyon. I do like Lyon as a football club. I do like them.
The opportunity, to try and get some of their players has gone.
It hasn't, because they still need to sell some of their players.
But now they're in League One outfits. They won't have to sell as cheap as they would have done.
Yeah,
they still need to sell, but. There we go. So apparently, according to Angus, Sunderland have signed a Dringer. Okay. So Sunderland being nice and active. We're giving everyone a head start. Like I said, we give everyone a head start and go, right, you take who you want. And then
I don't think this is happening, Paul, because the person that owned multiple shares in Lyon and Palace has sold the share. So I believe that Palace will still be going into the Europa League next season for winning that, because they've done that. They've changed that.
Let's have a look. I'm just checking. Crystal Palace.
Yeah, I agree. I'd love to have someone like Tagliafico. I'd love to sign. I think he's a very good player as a left back. I think he's a good player. I think there will be teams that will see Leon bleeding in the water, a bit like Bruce in Finding Nemo. People will smell blood and they will take their best players.
Yeah, so it's just said if Leon's relegation is confirmed, Palace can play in the Europa League. If Leon win their appeal, which obviously they just have, then UEFA are likely to allow both clubs to play in the Europa League because of changes made to the ownership structures.
Yeah,
so they
correct.
will be. They will be. But there we go.
Prime Leon used to be very good. Remember Juninho?
They are some wicked players.
I need to say big up to this man, Richard Bird, because he is sending me a care package from Canada. I can't wait to see it. It's probably going to come in about a month, just after the season has started, but I'm looking forward to it.
Nice, Richard.
I'm looking forward to my Canadian care package.
Has he told you what's in it?
No, I mean, it's a surprise.
Oh, damn, I was about to say, what's in there? If you put Ruffles in there, all dressed or pickle chips, then he's going to be very, very happy.
Yes. Hopefully, the spicy dill pickle will be in there, because I've not tried those yet.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so when I'm back either September, if it's a bad window, or November, I'll bring you spicy dill pickle back.
I want the regular dill pickle as well.
I'll bring you both.
An entire suitcase.
I'll put 2 dill pickles, spicy and non-spicy, in my suitcase, and I'll put spicy and non-spicy Ruffles all dressed in Ilana's
great stuff.
suitcase.
It is Fabrizio Romano has tweeted it because Leon and Palace are no longer connected by a multi-club ownership model because Textor has sold his share to the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, I believe it was. I think that's what it's done. Oh no, Textor owns part of the Philadelphia Eagles and he sold it to the bloke that owns the New York Jets. From what I remember.
We'll soon find out. Listen, isn't it brilliant that this is all we have to talk about because we're doing nothing?
I mean,
nothing.
Yeah, it's mad. It's mad. It's tiny. 3 times. Yeah, but anything is greatly appreciated, Richard. And you didn't have to do that at all, sir. So big up to you. Everyone big up, Richard.
He's a top boy, Richard. He's a top man.
He's a top guy.
Man.
That was SCN Juninho. Juninho was unbelievable in his prime.
Yep.
Good to see a flower power. Good to see a buddy. Hopefully all well.
How dare he be late? How dare he be late? That's just unacceptable behaviour. Just so people know as well, tonight's Frank or to Frank or not to Frank might be postponed till tomorrow because Eugene's children aren't well at the moment and he may have to look after them.
How dare he?
So listen, I said to him, get your priorities right, mate. This is more important than your kids.
Damn right. Thomas Frank is more important than the norovirus.
If there is no to Frank or not to Frank, I might just go live myself and just do a show and just chat about all things Tottenham, which means it'll be about a 5-minute show. Spurs.
Speaking of content that's coming out, expect some shorts this weekend from the Goodwood Festival of Speed because I will be in attendance.
Yes.
I'll see you there. I'll see you there, buddy.
You're going to what?
The Goodwood Festival of Speed. So we're going to watch a bunch of old blokes drive some very expensive old cars.
Okay, right, okay. It's where I was like, what the hell are you talking about? The way you said it, I thought you were going to a concert to take some speed.
Me taking speed? Who do you think I am?
Mate, I thought it was going to be a dark side of you coming out.
Just some old school brown ale.
See you later, bro.
So yes, expect some content from the Goodwood. Oh, he said ketchup, chips. Oh yes, Richard's my favourite person.
All dressed Christmas.
Oh yes, my other half.
I will say ketchup chips are a massive thing here. Massive thing here. I've never even heard of it. See,
It's a
look at-
massive thing here. It's a massive thing. There's
Well,
two
it's-
events they do, which is the Festival of Speed, which is just the drive-in, and then they have the Goodwood Revival, which is like they go back to an old era, and then everyone dresses up in an era. So they will do eras. They'll do like the 50s, they'll do the 60s, and then people come dressed up in that era. It's a great day out, especially if it's sunny, and it's great.
Which one? Which era is it for you this time then?
It's the Festival of Speed, so I can go whatever the hell I want.
No, you just said they make era. They pick an era.
That's the revival. I don't know what the era is this year, but you can choose whatever you want. You can choose whatever you want, but the event will usually have like an era, and it'll circle back from them. It will keep circling back. But I did enjoy. I would have loved the revival had it not pissed down with rain the entire night, and I got everything ruined with mud.
Gotcha.
And we've got a comment from Paul Tucknott saying West Ham need a sale by Tuesday or getting points deduction. Oh, hell.
Joe, this is the thing. I was talking with Craig. They've come out and apparently they owe £40 million. And people are saying apparently it's to Barclays Bank. And I have to say, who releases stuff? Honestly, incredible people that go, do you know what, West Ham need £40 million and quick when they're in the middle of a sale and then even know the bank that it's going to.
Yeah.
Unless you listen, there's things you find out transfer wise and everything like that, but the financials to come out all of a sudden that they need 40 million by this date and it needs to go to Barclays Bank, I don't believe it's as bad as what it says.
You just don't know. We don't know anything. At the end of the day, we're football fans. We're football fans. We're not analysts. We're not journalists. We're just football fans.
Yeah, I mean, right. That is the thing that's floating around the market or floating around right now. I just don't know how these people or the people at the top of West Ham or any football club would leak it, especially when they're trying to sell a player for £60 million and they desperately need 40 and they're dealing with Daniel Levy. Say, let's leak that we need £40 million whilst Daniel Levy's sniffing around the football club. And he's already, it could be right, but it could be right. But I just think it's too coincidental that this is coming out now and that they need 40. And if it is true, this is exactly why it's stalling now, because Daniel's like, well, I offered you 50, you need 40. Yeah. Guess what?
We've got June is in the house. Good to see you, June. Hopefully you're well. I love the pickle crisp. Let's face it, Richard. I'm a Yiddish boy. I love pickles. Anything sour, we love pickles. We absolutely love pickles. Anything pickled.
But back home, I love my new greens and sweet and sours, not the deal ones.
I
all about the new green. All about the new green.
Ones. I had some ketchup crisps and turkey lays. Awesome.
Exactly. I don't know. Yeah, the Lay's ones are here, but they're like an institution here in Canada. They're like the top, or not the top crisp, but they're a massive favourite here.
Go on, Barclays Bank. Up the Barclays. Up the Barclays. We'll be ending the show in about 5 minutes because I want to do some things, and Will's here. I don't know what's happening. I don't know where Will is at this moment in time. But
it's good time.
Good times.
Good, mate. Good times.
I'm just so excited, Aki, that my air conditioning's getting installed next week. We'll no longer have to deal with the heat anymore. My doors are never being opened again when I'm here. It's just going to be AC the entire time. It's going to be great. Sammy Mockbell linking us with Johan Wisser. Thoughts? If we get Wisser over the line, I am delighted. I love kimchi. Kimchi is amazing. I love kimchi, especially the spicy stuff. I like it. It's really, really good. But not every kimchi is really spicy. I like kimchi.
I do as well.
Especially when I'm ill. If I'm not feeling well, kimchi is really good.
So I'm just having a message.
Daniel's going full. Let them die. Let the banks happen.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how legit that is. But I just can't see when you're deep in negotiations with any club, let alone Daniel Levy, why it would come out that you're owing £40 million and quick. If that was the case, you'd hold out. If Spurs have offered 55 or whatever, you're like, well, that's so. I there's so much going on right now.
They don't just mean 40 million because that means they won't buy any players. I mean 40 million profit, right? So they're going to have to sell a few players for like 10 million here.
Yeah, but for the bank loan that's due is apparently. So if you're sniffing around, and you need 40. If you're borrowing from Peter to pay back Paul, and you literally are in negotiations with Daniel Levy for a player, like the only main star you're close to selling. Do you have it released?
Could they sell another big player this year then?
They could do, but I just can't see how it gets released. That it's that's the bit that worry. If it came out and said West Ham are having financial difficulties at the moment, they need cash. Fine. But to give an amount. To know West Ham's exact accounting details.
It's bonkers, isn't it?
We're going into a new realm of ITK or in the know.
I thought people tracking people's planes was weird.
Oh, mate.
I still think it's a bit weird.
It is. I just think it's. It's a little bit skeptical that this is coming out. Especially, it's exactly, Daniel. This is the thing. This is exactly it. If you were a selling club, take Tottenham out of the window. Forget Levy. If any player is up for sale and you've got a team interested, and they're like 5 million or 10 million away from your valuation, do you then let it come out that you're apparently 20 million? You're in need of 20 million less than the 60 just to cover bank loans? That'd be like the worst business decision.
We still don't know what's going to happen with the Paqueta deal. We don't know what's going to happen with that because if the rumours are true, he's going to be in big trouble.
Yeah,
big trouble. So yeah, I don't think West Ham will go down. I think what's his name? What's their manager called again? Graham Potter. I think Graham Potter will have them as a solid outfit. You just don't know. I just don't know. But it's a weird one. Somerville is good. They could sell Somerville. The player that would be an interesting one is where does Jared Bowen go? But
Jared's going nowhere.
I don't think so either. But
even if they needed to get rid of him, the money that they would demand for him, and obviously the connections with Dyer, and he's just. I think he's off the table unless a big behemoth comes in and is like, right, we want him. Like if a Liverpool came in or a big club abroad. I just don't. I just can't see Jared Bowen going. I just can't see.
They get an astronomical bid for him.
Yeah.
Who's going to Liverpool?
I don't know. I hope you're all well. Remember to be kind. Indeed, Flower Power. Indeed.
What? Be kind? No.
What's Flower saying?
Remember to be kind. Indeed.
It's like what Jerry Springer used to say, wasn't it? Be kind to yourself and each other.
And
It's the first rule of the time. Is it never crawl nor coward?
But Aki,
yes.
What's next coming up? That would be a good deal, actually.
Well, hopefully there will be To Frank or Not To Frank tonight at 11 p.m. UK time. If it's not, it will be tomorrow. But if there is no To Frank or Not To Frank today, I might go live at 11 p.m. UK time and just have a chat for an hour. Maybe get a couple of people on if they want to come on, and just have an all-out rant on the wonders that is Tottenham Hotspur.
Indeed. But we will be back tomorrow here at 2 p.m, the usual time for the Kauffie Company. Thank you again to Auntie Kate for sending everyone over. It's greatly appreciated. We will be there Thank you all so much for watching today's show. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Take it away, Aki.
First of all, Jade Flower for your last 2 comments, 1 and 2.
Yep.
And as always, Levy out.
And as always, everyone, if you should know what the top is brewing, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Ciao for now.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned where I had sometimes played chess. Then when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream of